What is going on? Welcome to another episode of Chatting with the Comic Community. I'm your host, Sean, Stay Puft 1983, and I'm joined by Big Will Comics.
I have arrived.
So it's just us two starting out, and I got some comics to show off. I just came back from the comic shop about an hour and a half ago. I did read 2 books just so I can have something to talk about, especially when we're going to discuss these books tonight on the Comic Hall and Roundtable discussion. But Will, how are you doing? How's your week going? And do
Doing
you
all
have
right.
anything for sale?
I always have something for sale. Check my page. I'm running a sale. Ends tonight. Buy one, get one free. But yeah, I've been doing all right. I went to my shop on a Wednesday, actually, or Thursday. Wednesday or Thursday. I don't have my books near me, but I picked up like 2 months worth of stuff. I was behind. I got the only thing that came out last week, I think that came out last week that I actually got was the Wonder Woman Future State, the Brazilian Wonder Woman. But I haven't read it and I'm not going to. I only bought it for speculation reasons. I am skipping all of the Future State aside from grabbing that one book. And that's it pretty much for me. Of course, I don't know when they come out, but I always get A Strange Academy, Department of Truth, and Wolverine. Those are the books I pull on my list. And I did
the Wonder Woman book. Did you get this cover?
No, I got the regular. And I also picked up 2 facsimiles that came out. The Captain America, I forget the number, the first Falcon, and then the X-Men 4 facsimile. I got it. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. I knew I was getting this. I told my shop to hold that for me. But yeah, I was able to get this. This was the book that everybody was talking about. Wonder Woman, Future State, Yara, the Brazilian Wonder Woman. And it was quite good. I enjoyed it. She's definitely had a confident female character, probably too confident, overconfident, as you would say. But she's headstrong and she has some quips about her. And it was quite enjoyable, So I'll probably pick up the second issue and give it a read and see how that goes out. The next Batman, though, I felt that the Batman story was way too short, and it's a $8 book, and you get 3 stories in this. But I would have rather gotten some more story of the Batman. The second story that dealt with Katana and the Outsiders was decent. And the third story had the Arkham Knights, which I was just trying to get through that because it was a long read, and I just wanted to get through that story. So I felt like this could have been better if it was just Batman, and if they was going to make it an extra size book, they should have just gave us extra pages of the next Batman story instead of giving us bonus material. But then again, they're going to do this with certain books because I know the Superman book was like $5.99, and that have extra stories in there as well. I kind of feel like for them to charge extra and give us extra stories, it's like they don't want to put out single stories or single issues of those stories. They rather combine them with Batman.
Yeah.
So, don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah. But I also just literally got off the phone as soon as he started the stream and got ordered some books for next month or the month or whenever they come out from previews. Have you heard anything about this new Scott Snyder thing, Noctera?
If I didn't, I ain't hear nothing about it, but I'm not sure if I will get it because I haven't read Dark Knight's Metal, and it might tie into Metal.
No, dude, it's Image.
Really?
Yeah, it's his own little thing. It's Noctera.
I thought
Yeah,
it was
it
Wonder Woman on the cover for a minute.
apparently it has something to do with like vampires, and there's no light now except what you can make in like flashlights and stuff. And it's got this heroine there that she has a sword, and that circle thing is like her light that she drops around her eyes or something. I mean, I saw a video of him explaining the story, and it actually sounds pretty cool. I think it might be a good read.
I hope so, because I kind of fell off of Snyder after the first Dark Knight's medal.
Yeah.
I was getting a bit tired of him doing Batman.
And then I also got this. It's also an image book. It looks interesting. It's called Radiant Black. And apparently the dude finds like a miniature black hole or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that symbol is. And it gives him powers of some kind. And there's other stuff happening, in the story. Let's see who did it. It's Kyle Higgins did the writing, and Marcelo Costa is the main artist. The cover artist is Michael Cho, and then of course it has A through E covers, and yeah, it looks pretty good. And there was one more book I got. It's called Stray Dogs. And at first glance, I mean, this is some interior work of it. You think, oh, it's like a little cartoony thing, but no, it's an adult story. If you flip the page and read some of the other stuff on it, it's like, oh, okay. And that's the cover art. Stray Dogs #1. It even has a Silence of the Lambs B cover to it. And anyway, it looks really interesting. It's by Tony Fleeks is the writer, and Trish Forstner is the artist. Anyway, it looks interesting.
Well, Vigilante said he looks fantastic. He pre-ordered all the covers.
Well, there's only, let's see, there are there are only 3 covers for it. I did the A and the B cover. The other cover is the blank cover that you saw. So that means he got all 3.
Jeff,
What's up, guys? What's up?
What's going on, man?
Into the store.
Cool.
Yeah, not much. Just heading to the store. Thought I'd pop in and say what's up.
Going to Nerd Out?
No, actually, I have to go to the supermarket right now.
He's got to get some fuel to go to Nerd Out.
Hey, man.
Yeah, pretty much.
When you pop on, man, make sure you at a comic shop.
Yeah.
We like you going through the comic shops, man. This book I picked up, and this is the hot book that everybody is talking about. They can't stop calling the shops asking if they got any more copies of this.
Yeah.
Luckily, this is in my pool.
Star Wars is the other one.
Yeah.
Star Wars is the other one. The new Star Wars #1.
Yeah, and I was telling Puff, I saw it in previews, but I forgot to order the ASM 55. So the other book that I ordered was the second print with the red webbing at my shop. When I ordered the Noctera and Stray Dogs and all that, I also ordered that. And at some point later, when people stop being so crazy, I'll probably pick up the first print, but not now.
Like I said, I had the conversation with my shop owner about this book, and he says it's just crazy how this is a cover A, and just people are just buying up copies and putting them on eBay and stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah. And I thought it was kind of funny. I was telling Puff that on eBay.
Mine mentioned it.
Yeah.
and said it's going to be a hot book. And he already said it was going to be a hot book before it even hit the hot list. He goes, "Watch this book be hot," and then the next day, I son of a bitch.
Yeah, well, I knew it too as soon as I saw it. I just got to doing other stuff and forgot to order it. I'm kicking myself. That's one of the few times I see it in previews. I'm like, yes, this is going to be good. And then I forget to order it. But I remembered for Noctera and Stray Dogs. I did get those. So hopefully that'll be good to go. But hey, man, thanks for stopping by and saying hey.
Yeah, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. But anyway, what I was saying about eBay is everybody's going crazy and no one seems to be thinking they haven't had time to get slabs yet. So people are paying over $200 for the Virgin variant, and that's just raw. I saw a few people are starting to pre-sell 9.8s now, and it's $500 for the preview sale of the Virgin 9.8. I'm like, what?
You went at a 9.8, but you can't prove it's a 9.8 anyways. You're only previewing it a 9.8. What if it comes back a 9.6 or a 9.4? You know what I mean? So it's like,
no, they're pre-selling them. So
okay.
You're going to pay $500, then you're going to wait for CGC to grade it in a 9.8, and then they send it to you.
It doesn't come back a 9.8.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, what happened? Well, I hope they're going to refund your money, but you don't know. There's no guarantee.
$100 worth of it, $200-300 worth back.
And why would you pay over $200 something for a raw black cover?
Yeah.
Because you may not get a 9.8. You might not get a 9. No. You might not get a 9.0. I mean, good Lord.
Yeah.
People are going crazy for this one. I'm holding back.
It's ridiculous, man. Like a regular cover, and people are trying to charge $500 for what you said a potential 9.8. It's not even a guaranteed 9.8. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. It's not even a guarantee, like you said. It's not guaranteed. So it's like, well, how are you guys going to guarantee me a 9.8? You know what I mean? If you guys don't even know, the only people that would know is CGC.
But that's just people just trying to see how much money they can get out of anything, man.
Yeah, trying to get 100 out of a penny, squeezing a penny.
Yeah. Well, I've already decided I'm going to get my second print, and if they do the same design but just change the color, and if they do a third or a fourth, fifth, however many they do, I'm just going to buy one of each from the LCS at cover price, and then like hang them up or display them somewhere. I'm not even going to bother slabbing them because why? I mean, and at some point when it's common sense takes over, I'll get a first print.
Yeah, that's why I never. If I miss out on something, I ain't pre-order. I'm just saying, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. And if the prices go up, then I'll just wait because you'll find them later.
Yeah.
Especially on a book that's not really important. In terms of if it has a key first appearance or something like that. If it doesn't have that, then I'm not paying top dollar just for the cover alone.
Yeah. But yeah, I admit though it is a pretty sweet cover. Why no one thought of doing that before, I don't know. I'm just waiting for all the other Spider characters like Miles Morales with that line design, or a Venom with the line, or a Carnage, or Spider-Gwen. I'm waiting to see if they just go hog wild and do all the Spider characters with that line design on a black cover and see if they go crazy for those.
Well, shoot, if this one was people go crazy for, I wouldn't be surprised they do the other characters. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Here's a question though: Would you buy them?
Nope.
At cover price, if you could get them at cover price, would you buy them?
I don't even like Marvel covers in terms of their paper quality, man. So shoot, I might put fingerprints all over them suckers, man. Shit. My fingers was sticking to the Marvel books while I was holding them at the shop, man. I was like, man, let me just put these in bags right immediately as soon as I pay for them. Crazy. I also got issue 56 now. I like this one. Then I got some of the other future states. I only picked up the Superman of Metropolis.
And that's his son, right?
Yeah.
Did you read it?
No, I didn't get a chance to read it yet. Nor have I read the Harley Quinn future state. And I've heard some good things about it. And this is a Swamp Thing future state.
Yeah, I've heard good things too.
So I got those, and I also got the second issue of Knock 'em Dead. First issue was really good. Star Trek Voyager 7's Reckoning. Get that. This one was pretty interesting as Post Americana, issue number 1 by Steve Skroke, and Dave Stewart. It's probably
I saw that in previews a while back. Didn't know what to think of it.
Hey, this is what we're heading towards. Hellboy, I always pick up Hellboy in the BPRD, or Fatal Hour and Descending. I Walk with Monsters number 2. And of course, Vampy issue number 16. And then I also gotten some books yesterday from Free Key Louie. I'll show off here. This was his giveaway book was Guardians issue number 5. Angela joining the team, being a part of the team. But this one was the surprise. He sent me Meteor Man issue number 6, the last issue of this miniseries. So that was pretty awesome. And he also sent this Back to the Future sketch variant cover. Took me some G.I. Joe yearbook and the Reloaded issue. Devil's Due. Smallville Continuity number 2. And I think this is Jessica Jones issue number 13. Marvel's holographic covers.
Yeah.
And then Astonishing X-Men number 1. And Harley 73. I already have the Harley, but those were pretty cool that Free Key Louie hooked me up with on his giveaway. Simp America. Yeah.
I try to. But sometimes it's hard going through these thick books and being able to narrow things down just a few.
Yeah, I try to avoid previews.
I mean, every page has more than one thing on it. I mean,
yeah, but most of the time you get it for the previews, and a lot of the other stuff is just fluff.
Yeah. But I mean, if they're cheap, you also get the Marvel previews in with them. So I've been getting previews for 20 years, man. I'm still gonna pick up my previews.
Yeah, man. Most of the time, I just either go through and look at the
shots.
No, not that. When they release the solicitations, no, I just look at the list of solicitations and see what's interesting to me and send my shop a message.
Yeah, I mean, do you do that online, or do you look at the shop's preview?
I just look at the solicitations that
Yeah,
when they release.
online.
Yeah, online.
Okay.
When they release like a list of solicitations, that's what I look at that, and then I just text my shop what I want.
I still got the Marvel previews. King in Black 4 and King in Black 5 are on the cover of the two Marvel previews I got. But what happens most of the time with these Marvel previews is I go like this, and there's nothing to get.
Marvel previews, man, it's like you don't really want much from Marvel no more.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I get my Wolverine, and that's pretty much it. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's cool stuff that I think would be cool to read, but I don't want to spend money and get it. So
I think that's my biggest problem, especially looking at some of these future state books from DC and the prices on them. It's like a lot of these books are like between $4.99 and $6.99. You can get the regular ones for like $3.99, but it's like a lot of them are going up.
like, here's a perfect example. This would be great to have, and it looks really cool, but I just don't want to spend money on it for a cover buy. The In-Hyuk Lee variant of Carnage, black, white, and red. That thing looks awesome, but I'm gonna pass.
Yeah. Like you don't want to be spending money on variants and books that they're just charging extra dollars just to charge an extra dollar. So
yeah, and you can tell that some of this stuff's just because they know you're going to want to buy it for speculation reasons. Like America Chavez got a new book, and I doubt that character will be getting a new book if not for the announcements.
whenever they make announcements, they got scurry together a new book.
Yeah.
But like I said, when it comes to like DC Future State, I'm just gonna get the ones that I'm interested in, and I ain't getting all of them, man. It's almost like they're banking on you to buy them all. I'm like, hell no. I got to be a diehard DC fan to buy all them books, and I ain't that.
Yeah, I am not either. But like I said, I just got the one for spec, and then that's pretty much it. I'm good on Future State. Now this is something I will be buying, but I don't order them. I just wait for them to be at the shop. It's Spider-Man 101 facsimiles coming out. So
yeah,
that's gonna be a good one to get, the facsimile. They also got the first appearance of the Black Knight facsimile, not the Avengers Black Knight, the original Black Knight facsimile, the Golden Age Atlas comic. They're doing the facsimile of.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that's going to be something cool to get, but again, not something you order; you just get it. And then, of course, the Immortal Hulk always has a great cover. I just wait and get them in trade, though.
I think I got like the first 3 volumes of Immortal Hulk.
And here's something that doesn't happen very often: an Infinity cover for Hellions.
Oh.
So a lot of people buy that just for the Infinity cover.
So who's on there? I saw Sinister was in the.
That's it. It's a Sinister, and that's all it says. Is that it's Sinister? It's Hellions number 9, and all it mentions is Sinister. I don't know who the other guy is. I don't read. I'm not reading Hellions, so.
Oh, that's a good thing because I'm not reading X-Men.
Yeah. Oh, and now here's one I already signed up for: Avengers 42. Alex Ross isn't done yet. Has the Hawkeye timeless variant. will be one of the variants for Avengers 42. So I'm definitely going to be getting that. But that's only
Are they
because I
gonna
have an entire
are they
wall.
are they gonna do more timeless variants, or that's just
Well,
an additional one?
there's 3 characters in the mural that they have yet to release. One of them's Hawkeye, who we're going to get. One of them's the Punisher, and then Vision. We haven't got those 3 guys yet.
Wow.
So I would expect, worst case scenario, we're getting the 3 of them, and then it'll be done. But knowing Marvel, I'll probably ask him to do a all villain one or an all, the B team mural or something. He'll probably be doing some more later, or maybe
Yeah.
DC ask him to do it.
I think a villain one would be cool.
I don't know. I think I'd rather him to go over to DC and have timeless variants for DC characters. I'd rather have that over villains. But
I won't buy all the DC ones though. Outside of the characters I really like.
Well, you didn't buy all of the Marvel ones, just the characters you like.
Yeah, but Marvel got more characters I like than DC. At least for me.
Yeah.
I'm just not the type to want to spend a lot of money on those variants.
Yeah, I don't either. I just get a few, maybe, and that's it.
It's definitely gonna need a bigger wall. What's up, Remote? Black Tom Cassidy. I don't think anybody was asking for him though. Juggernaut would be awesome.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'd be okay with a Black Tom. I mean, I'd be okay with anyone with Ross doing it.
Yeah. He's just not the first villain that comes to mind. When you mention Black Tom, I'm thinking Juggernaut because Juggernaut was a far more and powerful villain.
True. Of course, when you mention Black Tom Cassidy, I remember the dang it. I missed. I remember the Daniel Way Deadpool series, and I think Deadpool when you say Black Tom, because I remember their fight at a gas station, and it was hilarious.
Deadpool. That's a run that I haven't read in a while, neither. The Daniel Way run, because I remember I had mixed feelings about it.
I loved it. I bought the entire run in 4 big volumes and read it.
What is up, Gomez? Thanks for joining. I'm trying to get back into reading some of these books that I have, because I gotta finish what I got up here. I gotta finish reading this War of Kings omnibus.
Oh, and Big Remo says he thinks it's Sebastian Shaw on that Infinity cover I showed. I had no idea. That sounds good enough to me.
Yeah. I just like when it comes to like current comics, if they don't keep my interest, it's going by the wayside, drop down the rabbit hole. And with comics being so expensive, I just gotta learn myself not to look at the racks. Just go in there, pick up your pull, walk out. Sometimes the racks be calling you, like, hey, look, you might miss me. You might come pick me up. And then that's when you just, start looking at stuff on the racks and you're like, oh, this looks interesting. That looks interesting. What's up, Roger?
Yeah, you either go in with nothing but cash, so there's only so much you can buy, or stay away from the wall.
I did get a book but because I was on the hunt and I won the #1 contenders, I did get a book through the $40 that I won off of the hunt from Tony, and I used it to buy a Silver Age book. It's a low grade book.
Okay.
but it's a classic cover. I'm not gonna show it, man, because I'm gonna save that for the hunt.
You know what?
No, I'm not gonna show it, man. I'm just putting it out there that
Off air.
I'll show you off air. I'll
Okay.
show you off air. But yeah, that's gonna be my hunt book. It's a fantastic cover by a fantastic artist.
Well, man, I've got a CBCS order supposed to arrive sometime today. So I've been listening the entire time we've been talking. See if I hear the FedEx truck coming up the driveway. Who knows?
How many books?
6.
6 books?
Yeah. I mean, who knows? They may not come till late, or we might be doing an impromptu unboxing on the show.
We'll see.
And we shall see.
Puff will win the hunt title with a book he got through the hunt. Huntception. Hey, I'm kind of glad Tony Sanders is doing this. You know, now you win the hunt, you get some eBay money. I can't be on the hunt all the time and spend money just to get books to compete with those guys, man. It's crazy. Especially Man Cave. Man Cave got all those Golden Age books. But yeah, I was gonna go to a show. I think the show is next weekend in DeLand, but that's on a Sunday, and I work that Sunday night. It's Martin Luther King weekend, but I'm not gonna take that Monday off because I want to save that for another day because it's a floating holiday for my job, so I want to use that day for another time.
I thought MLK Day was February or something.
No, it's January.
Huh.
It's always January.
Huh. For some reason, I was thinking February.
I went broke buying comics when I was quarantined with COVID. Wow. I agree, VV. You know why I say it's underwatched? Because the amount of people that watch it, but yet you don't see a lot of votes when it comes to like voting for the covers that they put up. You know, like the most you'll get is like maybe 6, 7 people voting.
Well, it's too late. Too late for me. I don't get to watch it. That and also a bit long. Well, y'all run like 2 hours.
Most of the time, he goes between an hour and a half. But yeah, most of the time it does come on 11 o'clock my time. The hunt. Now I think that your time would be what, 10? So that's probably why. But then again, there are people up other live streams and they watching those. So it could be, you know, a lot of different factors. But I do agree with Vivi that it's tend to be underwatched, but at the same time, it's just an awesome show to be on.
Well, it's one of the longest running.
Yeah, I mean, if you count in the comic community show with Just a Rican, they started around closer to around the same
that
time.
wasn't a game show though. I'm talking like game show type thing. I think he is the longest running one in our community because Comagories came a while after. Comagories was an idea from the hunt. And I don't think Rod did his art game thing until like the middle of last year. So yeah, I think the hunt is like the longest running community comic book game show.
Okay, you said it like that because when you said it was the longest running, I didn't hear game show at first. So
it was implied. I didn't say it.
Yeah. I remember they was doing the comic book battles. I think 90 was doing it. That was another offspring of the hunt was the comic book battles with the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, 90 started working more and, you know, due to the wife.
And
you know, he started cutting back on his YouTube time.
Yeah. And I don't know who got the idea to have everyone do a wrestling personality, but that started at some point. I remember the hunt before that. Yeah.
Well, you know, us wrestling fans love it. You know, we get to create these different personas for our characters.
I mean, it's fine. I think it's hilarious, but
I mean, I love when Mr. Gal turns his curly afro and slick it back and become Razor Ramon. I think that's hilarious. I think that's hilarious, man. What's up, who that?
yes, you have.
Awesome stuff, man. But yeah, The Hunt is an awesome show. I'm trying to think what other show's been on a long time. Because I know I mentioned
Like in
the
general or a
show.
game show?
Just in general. Because I know when Bueller started doing videos.
Well, Comic Tom's Hot List has been on for the longest time. I think it started in 2018 sometime.
Yeah. Because I started in September of 2018. I think Comic Tom was earlier that year.
Yeah. And then Bueller's Coffee thing has been a long time too.
Yeah. All those guys, like, they were on for a year before I started doing my videos. Because I know Bueller was encouraging me to do videos.
Well, now are you saying who's been on the longest, just making videos in general, or just shows that have been on the longest in general? Because I think
shows, like recent shows.
Okay, well, with
Like
a
for the
show,
last few years. Because
I think
I look at recent, like, guys like Rod, you know, he does his show on Saturday night. Who that says the 2018 The Hunt started.
yeah. So it is probably the longest running game show with the comic community then. But I think the New York Warriors or TiVo will probably take the cake for the longest running show in general, whether it be game show or list show or auction show or whatever. I think it'll be either TiVo and the Lords or
It will
the
be
New
the New
York
York
Warriors.
Warriors.
Yeah, it'll be one of those because Tom is. If you go with general, Tom is like the second generation. So he doesn't. He's not quite old enough. I think by
I'm
a
a
couple
third.
years, the New York Warriors have been on longer. Oh, well, hey, Gomez, right there.
Yeah,
He is a Warrior, isn't he?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, he ain't from New York.
When did y'all do the chilling, and when did you start doing auctions on like the Tuesday nights, man?
I want to say the Warriors been around since I first started with them in 2015.
So they've been doing that weekly thing that started in there?
They spun off of the Comic Book Fanatic show. I remember I was watching them on Sunday nights, and a couple of members made their appearances. Then they started doing their own show Monday nights. Yeah, it was like 2015 or 14, one of them years.
Yeah. Okay. So when did Lords of the Lombok start? Because as far as I know, they would be
they
the
were
only
on
contender.
around that time too. Because I remember TiVo was on the Lords of not Lords, the Comic Book Fanatics, but he did shows before that. So I'm not sure when he originated, but I know TiVo's been on for a long time as well.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but I think what we're saying is if it's not TiVo that beats the New York Warriors, no one does. I can't think of anyone else.
I can't, like I said, TiVo's old channel got taken down, so now it's even harder.
I'm not going to count that against him because that wasn't his fault.
I know, but you can't really look back at his older stuff.
Well, yeah. So, yeah. I guess you'd have to ask TiVo himself to really know when he started. But yeah, but I think he's the only person that might give the Warriors a run for their money. I mean, I know We Love Comics has been on longer than all of them in general, being online, but he hadn't done a consistent show longer than anyone, though.
Great Legend started doing the auctions first.
Yeah, but then he quit for a while. So that wasn't a constant show.
Roger saying he believed the Warriors and TiVo started around the same time. And Gomez said TiVo's OG.
Well, he might just edge out the Warriors then. But yeah, they are the granddaddies of the community as far as longest running show.
Well, in terms of live shows, yes. But I think the one guy that's been on YouTube the longest that I've been watching, and that was even before the Warriors and TiVo, was Sleepy Reader 666. I've been following him since like 2012, and he's been doing videos since 2010. And he's like the true OG of the community, you know. I remember him when him and Ghost Critic and Our Fellow Thoughts and all the original YouTube members that when I first started watching them, it was those guys. And then it spun into TiVo and the New York Warriors, Comic Book Fanatics, and then it spun into what we are currently into.
Well, then how old's We Love Comics? Because I know he had a channel. He shut it down. Then he started a new.
I first saw We Love Comics on the Comic Book Fanatics. Again, like a lot of the stuff that I saw on Comic Book Fanatics spun off. That's how I found new channels. They helped me find TiVo and Big E's and New York Warriors and a lot of other channels. So for me, that's when I first found out We Love Comics was that. And I remember he was one of the early ones I saw do auctions, you know, along with Great Legend. So, like I said, the YouTube comic community has just grown over the years. It's been a slow growth because there were members that from when I started watching, and then they kind of got phased out.
It's been a slow growth until probably we started coming in. Like 2019, I think, is when it just lit the fuse.
I will say that too, because while there was a lot of people, it wasn't as widespread as it is now. And the variety of shows that we're getting now, like Lame or Frame and Comic Gories, different things to keep the community fresh by having fun and doing all these shows like The Hunt and stuff. I think that's what this generation of YouTube comic community is doing better than what the older ones was doing, because they were just focusing on the comic books and just having good conversations about it, whereas we're taking it a step further. Yep. Shoot, I was going by my regular name then.
Yeah, I don't know when I started watching YouTube as far as comic book goes, because I mean, I regularly, that is, I've been watching YouTube since YouTube started, because you know everybody has, and I've been doing it with comic books since pretty much YouTube started, because I've always liked comics. But I don't know when I really got into it. I think it was just maybe a year before I started my own channel, which would be in August, late August, early September of 2018 is when I started my channel.
Yeah. I think because Hialeah, he had a 2-year anniversary, so he's been on YouTube for about 2 years.
I don't bother with anniversaries. I've been on probably about the same.
Yeah. Hey, mine's is September 27th. I remember it.
I try not to remember mine, because if I go by that, then I have to remember how mad I got that I had to start a YouTube channel just to complain.
What?
PGX,
really?
I did PGX and they screwed up my order. And that what made me get a CGC account for the first time. I used to just go through the LCS, and I got on YouTube so I could shout to the world, hey, these guys burned me bad.
Wow, so your YouTube origin was PGX.
Getting mad at them, yes.
Wow.
My first video is me showing you a book, Daredevil 77. It had Spider-Man, Daredevil, and Submariner on the cover. And they misspell the word appearance. It's a book from the early 70s, and they say it was made in 87. And they also say on the thing it was published by DC Comics.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Now that is something that you jump on YouTube and rant about.
Yeah. And that was one of the 10 books that had issues.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I remember when I started watching you guys, Roger, and that lavish basement that Otto has, with the nice little stand, behind the bar, like and stuff. I kind of miss those videos. I hope the quarantine and this whole Corona thing ends so y'all can get back to doing videos in the basement, because that was a pretty awesome setup Otto had. Yep.
Yeah.
And when I started watching videos, that I always heard bad things about PGX.
Well, yeah, I have too, but then see, okay, here's the thing. Apparently we have our next topic. Here's the thing. When you go see a movie, the critics will probably say it's horrible. And you'll probably love it. Or the critics will say it's amazing and you will hate it. So you always got to go to a movie and watch the movie before you can judge the movie. Do not equate that with collectibles, okay? Because with PGX, everyone says they're bad, don't use them. Okay, that's like a car mechanic. If multiple people tell you don't use that mechanic, he overcharges or he causes things to happen, you don't go and try for yourself. Okay, you just stay away from that mechanic. Collectibles is like that. If everyone tells you PGX sucks, don't use them, don't say, oh, well, I haven't had a problem, because I didn't. They were the cheapest thing. I didn't know it was some dude's house with a couple computers. So I used to always use PGX. And then some things started happening. I called because they had a new gold label and they authenticated signatures as well as witnessed them. First off, have you ever seen PGX at a show witnessing?
Nope.
Okay.
Never.
So I asked them, hey, how do you verify the signatures? And he said, and I quote, we know them. We know all the artists and we know what their signatures look like. That was the answer he gave me.
That's a huge
I sent in an order of 10 books. 9 out of the 10 books had some sort of issue. Wrong publisher, publisher missing, year missing. The grade was off by like 4 grade points. They had a 6.5 that I thought looked like a 3. I sent to CGC and they graded it a 4. And then, of course, there's the Daredevil that I just told you about that was so jacked up. It's on video, my first ever video. You can see it. And there was I also sent it to Comic Tom. He almost does a spit take when he opens it because he's never had a PGX before. And it's on his Instagram as well if you go back a couple years, and you can see this book multiple places. So it actually happened too. But yeah, don't use PG. No.
Oh man. Yeah, it's crazy, man. When you hear the things about PGX and all the horror stories I heard, I was like, yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's still up or not, but TiVo had a video where they go through all the history of lies, deceit, and bad grading practices and not checking restoration and whatnot that used to plague PGX, even when they tried to copy CGC's name. And then, of course, they've changed some things. Their cases are okay. Their labels don't look that bad, but it's just quality control. It's so bad now. And nothing has been done to dissuade people from their past, really, other than time. So it's like, just don't use them.
Avoid them at all costs.
Yeah.
Like I get curious, right? I'll go to eBay and type in PGX and see what pops up. And some of them are cheap books.
Yeah.
You can buy it, take it out the slab, get it pressed, cleaned, and then send it in for regrade through CGC and see what it comes back as. So that's the only thing if I were to do that, if I were to say, let me get a Silver Age book or a Bronze Age book for cheap, and somebody got it on eBay, I'll do my inspection of it because I'm just not going to buy it right away. But see how it is, take one chance at it, and if I get it back, I'll take it out the plastic, get it pressed, cleaned, and then just resubmit it to CGC and see what happens.
Yeah, but you got to watch out for that because their quality control isn't that great. PGX I'm talking about. So you could have a 4.0 Avengers #1, let's say, but
And
yet
come back
they didn't bother running their thumb along the spine. It comes back with a purple label, glue on spine from CGC.
Mm-hmm.
I just wouldn't buy them at all.
Yeah.
I'd rather take my chances on someone selling me a raw book with a bunch of pictures than buying a PGX hoping to flip it for, to CGC and then make money on it. Now, if it's a PC book, as long as it looks good enough to you, it shouldn't matter if it's restored or not. You might actually no. I take that back. Just don't buy the PGX. Just don't.
Shoot, I've seen books where they had it on the wall, and they ain't not gonna let you know it's restored until you actually question them about it. They want you to buy the book, but then you start questioning about it. Then they say, yeah, it's restored. So I'm like, yeah, you put it up there and hoping I don't ask that question, so I can just buy the book. Because you see it at a good price, and you don't even know you walking out a book and it's been restored. So when you send it into CGC, it comes back as a restored book. You get that. It's a letdown.
Mm-hmm. But
I hear you though.
Yeah. Most of the time when I'm buying books, I buy them raw, and then I send them in to get slabbed. Very seldom do I buy an actual slabbed copy of something, unless it's a bigger book usually. But whenever I do look at a book, I feel the spine. I count the pages, make sure it's all good. If I happen to remember to carry my black light, I grab out my little flashlight that's a black light, check for, color touch and stuff like that. Just give it a good once over and then figure out what kind of grade I think it is and try and work on a price with the seller.
That works a lot for you?
What do you mean?
In terms of, what you just said, in terms buy a book raw, you do the pressing and cleaning, right?
If it can benefit and if it's worth it, yeah, I'll do it. I mean, not myself yet. I'm wanting to learn, but yeah, I'll send it to someone like Erod. But yeah, I mean, I don't really know what you mean by does that work for me, but yeah, I guess it does. I've had some good luck doing that. Granted, if you buy off eBay or something, you can't really inspect the book and touch it and everything. But whenever at a show, yeah, and unless its value doesn't warrant me looking into the book, I mean, if I buy it for $1, who cares if I miss something? As long as it looks good when I look at it and bag and board, I bought it for $1. But I mean, if the value's there, yeah, I'll look at it. But yeah, man, I would say also, whenever you find someone selling a book, this all applies to in-person stuff. Hopefully we'll actually be able to start doing that again. Make sure you find out why they're selling. If they're a shop owner, then they're probably doing it for a profit. Even they can like books and do it for profit too, by the way. But if you're at a show, someone might just be selling to get cash to buy bigger books, and they're not really looking to make a quote unquote profit. You know, I did that myself and got an amazing deal on a book. I paid less than $20 for it, got it pressed, clean, graded, and sold it for a whole bunch more than I bought it for. So,
looking at this book here,
uh,
I had purchased this one like a week ago, and I love this cover. You know, swampy in the background,
mm-hmm.
And you know, it's nice, graded book. You know, I'm looking at it. It's got spine ticks on there. You know, you can see the line street there.
Is it complete?
Yeah, it's complete.
How do you know?
I did go through it.
You counted the pages?
Yep.
Nice.
Because when I buy books, especially older books, you know, I definitely want to go through the book and see how it feels. That's why the book I just purchased with Tony Sanders' eBay money.
Yeah. Later, Paula.
It was a book that, you know, it's an awesome cover by a great artist. And I saw the pictures on eBay and I was like, all right, I'll take a chance. And then when I got the book, I actually went through the book. I made sure, you know, it wasn't something, because they didn't really give a good description, but I still went with it anyway. And I made sure when I opened it up that the book didn't just fall out the cover. You know what I mean? Because you might get one of those.
I don't even read the description. I just read for keywords like restoration, restored, reprint, second print, you know, missing. I just look for those keywords in the description. I go off the picture for everything else.
The picture sold me enough, but I was like, I want to touch the book and inspect it myself. Because, you know, it's one of those books that I really wanted. And I saw it at a good price. So I said, let me go ahead and get it after I did all the description reading.
You need to stop teasing everybody because you're not going to show it. So
I'm not going to show it. I don't want to give my advantage to my competition if they rewatch this.
Hey, John's arrived. John, why don't you join us, man? I know all you're doing is grading papers.
Let him grade papers, man.
Yeah. I'm not that organized, but yeah, I inspect all the books that deserve inspection.
Especially for the older ones.
Yeah.
New books, I like, please.
Well, man, I don't know about you, but just the two of us here, we're struggling to hit the 60-minute mark. This might be one of the shorter shows rather than the, you know, a 3-hour monster.
Yeah. Got G-Man in the chat. What's up, Robert?
G-Man.
I know he's got an artist on this show tonight. I forgot the name of it.
Cwtcc.
Yeah, Cwtcc.
Yeah, I met him at Dragon Con and did a special deal with him. And a while ago, I sold a bunch of Joker Year of the Villain #1s. And they were all three cover A, cover B, cover C of Cwtc's work. And they all looked wickedly good. He's very Sienkiewicz inspired.
Yeah.
But yeah, he does a lot of good stuff, man. I like his work.
Definitely look forward to watching that.
Who that said he'll come? So Robert.
Who that say he can't stay, so.
Well, that's okay. I mean,
yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And then tonight, I know on the Comic Call, we're gonna talk about the comics that came out this week, and we're gonna talk about the most frustrating video games we ever played growing up. I know Battletoads come to mind, Ghouls and Goblins.
Doom without any cheat codes.
That I had 30 lives on Contra and I still couldn't get past the 3rd level. Ninja Gaiden was another one. That was tough as hell. That made me rage quit that game. There was just a lot of games. The first Ninja Turtles game was just fucking angry. I was with that game.
I have never seen the end of that NES Turtle game.
I never even made it past the 5th level.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think the 3rd, maybe 4th level is all I ever got to.
Those were struggling, but I got to the 5th level and I could never get past it. And you know, back in those days, we didn't have memory cards, so you couldn't save the game right there. You guys saw all the way from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're gonna have a fun topic on that. Just video games that just frustrated the hell out of us. And I hated Ghouls with Goblins in the passion.
Yeah.
Beat that game, then you gotta start all over again because you didn't actually beat it.
Man, I don't really have most of the games I really played when I was an actual gamer. Most of the stuff I played was on the PlayStation, the first PlayStation, and I was able to. They weren't really all that frustrating. I mean, you obviously die a few times and you have to keep trying, but they didn't make me rage quit or anything. But I always liked to play the Army Men series, Fighting Force. I love that game. Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I know Tomb Raider made me hate those camera angles. God, I hated those camera angles in Tomb Raider that throws you off balance.
Man,
you don't know where you're going.
I love FPS, man. I fell in love with that because the over the shoulder is very annoying at times, especially when you get in there and the camera's like inside the ceiling or whatever, and you can only see your character's feet, and you're like, "Where am I? How do it can't move the camera?"
GoldenEye was like one of my favorites. I used to go over to my friend's house and play the hell out of that game.
Now that's FPS, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. I enjoyed GoldenEye. Star Fox.
Oh man, I remember when we played Star Fox for the Super NES. That was just a whole nother level of spaceship first-person shooters.
I never got to play it on NES. I'm talking the N64 game.
That one was great too. I want to remember because I didn't have a 64, but I used to go to my friend's house all the time to play it. You know, and he had all the games: San Francisco Rush, Star Fox 64, Mario 64, GoldenEye. You know, I was like, shoot, my friend's just right down the block, so I didn't really need to.
My stuff's arriving, I believe.
Okay. Bring in Jeff. What's up, Jeff?
Not much, man. Just saying what you guys were up to still. Just left the store, so.
Well, Robert G is gonna come in soon.
Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna have a special guest, the artist.
Yeah, we can't. I'm looking forward to that. We was just talking about me and Will was just talking about the artist, and he met him.
Yeah, he's really good. Seems like a really cool guy. I haven't met him yet, so it's gonna be cool. So
yeah, looking forward to that.
Oh, yeah. If Sandy's in the chat, there's gonna be a special announcement in the beginning of the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you know already. You already know the joke and stuff, so yeah.
I know I saw what's up, Aggressively Relaxing? I know I saw your haul video this week. I know you gotten some of the Vampy. I know you picked this up, right?
Yeah.
I gotta read the last few issues.
Yeah, me too. You're not the only one.
But I did pick up like the Batman Future State. I got Superman, Wonder Woman, and
I picked up
you got the Swamp Thing. because I got that one too.
Yeah.
I only read the Wonder Woman and the Batman.
What
And
what was it? Batman versus it's Batman versus Superman or something like that. And Ben Oliver's doing the whole interior. That's what I hear. So it's gonna be
I don't think
interesting.
because the Batman I brought the next Batman.
Yeah, it's not that one. There's another one coming out. It's like both of them.
I'm not sure if I'm gonna get that one though.
Yeah. The only reason I really want to get it is because it's Ben Oliver's interior art. I'm curious if his interior is as good as his, his his covers.
What
What's
up,
up,
who's that?
people? What's down with y'all? What's up?
Yeah, I was talking about this one earlier, and I was like, this book was $8, and it was a short ass Batman story. I was like, it left me kind of hanging because I ain't really
whole
want to
point-
read the Outsiders and the Arkham Knight story.
Point of those books. That's the whole
What was
point
that?
of those damn. So I'll hit you back up when I get back to the house.
All right,
All right. I'll see you in a little bit.
Oh man,
what's going on, bro?
I'm just really kind of getting up. I gotta go to work tonight, so so just chilling.
You work at night?
When I'm on overtime, I do.
I work from 12 to 8:30. So.
Yeah, I go in at 6 o'clock, get off at 6 in the morning.
False alarm, dang it.
No books?
No, false alarm.
I got this 1 in 25 Storm book. I was gonna ask you. With Storm and Thor, Avengers versus X.
That is nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
had to get that just because Storm.
You
Lightning
did that
versus
cover?
Lightning, huh?
You did that cover?
I don't see no.
Looks familiar.
I don't see nobody's like, initials or anything at the bottom, and they don't tell me on the back because I bought it from on IG sale. It don't tell you. I don't know. Ain't got no name on it. Just says variant edition. But I know it's 1 in 25. I bought it from a guy online. So
Yeah. I did take the opportunity, though, since I had to get up to grab all the books I picked up for this week that accumulated. I got the standard cover of the Wonder Woman Future State. Then I got I'm a Wolverine, issue 7. This is issue 8, apparently the 350th book. And hopefully this is going to be a continual good read. Department of Truth number 3 and number 4. And then I got all the Strange Academy because that's a excellent read. Issue 5 and issue 6. Then my shop finally got the 2 I was missing, but I already bought them from someone else. So I have to give these away or sell them or something. The Shang-Chi Timeless and the Angel Timeless variant. And then I picked up a 5th printing Strange Academy number 1.
Man, you all over those printings.
Yeah, I am. And then apparently this is something to do with Dark Knight's death metal, but my shop guy said he thought it had to do with the future state and that I should get it. So I did, and then realized when I got home, I don't think it actually has anything to do with it. Generation Shattered, number 1. So like a one-shot square bound. And then I also picked up a couple facsimiles. Got that one. And Of course, I grabbed that one. And then I got my Batman 105 and 104. And I was also missing 103 and 102. And that's all the stack that I picked up at the LCS. As you can see, it's been a while. I wasn't able to get to it.
Awesome. I resent Robert G the link. Don't know if he got it or not.
Yeah. So I got to figure out if I should sell them or give them away. What do you guys think I should do with these 2 extra timeless variants I got?
What
Give
do you
them
want
away.
to
I don't know. I don't think they sell for very much.
The only one that sells for a good price is the Silver Surfer.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't think I could get, a whole lot of money or anything.
Maybe maybe good little giveaways because some people might be needing ones.
Yeah, and I also have a few extra from Lawman. I bought a lot from him to actually get these specific 2 issues that I was missing. Then the LCS calls me and be like, "Hey, I found those issues you were missing." I'm like, "Oh, thanks." And so anyway, I have a few other extras too. I don't know, I'll either do them in a lot or do some kind of giveaway.
I'll probably be setting up a giveaway soon.
All right.
One.
I usually don't have many complaints at all with Alex Ross art, but that right arm just doesn't look quite right, does it? It just doesn't really mesh.
He's trying to put too much muscles into it.
or something. But I mean, even being a weird looking Alex Ross, just hold it back a little bit, and you're like, "That is awesome."
Start paying attention too much, then you start noticing the flaws.
Yeah.
Hey, who that? Did you get any of the future state books or no? Past that one.
Only thing I got new was like reads, and I read it, and be interested to see how far along it goes. Was the High Republic. I read that one. That's the newest thing I got. I don't get too much DC stuff. It's too much, man. I can't spend all that money on that. Especially when you try to get older books, other books for collection. Like try to get the older Turtle books. So I read the new Star Wars book. I was like I said, I'm trying to see. I want to see how it goes. I'm interested. I bought this though to read. I haven't because everybody was talking how good it is. I haven't got that for like what?
Yeah,
I don't know what it's saying.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
you also need to, if that's 9.8 quality, you also need to get it graded after you read the story. I bought mine for cover when it came out, graded it, and it sold for over $75.
I think they're selling for like 100 now, like 90.
Yeah. So definitely get that thing graded once you read it.
Yeah, I could have got more than one, but I just wanted to read it. They got some of the ratios that I know I can buy for a decent price. So
I definitely want to read that Swamp Thing, Roger. I did pick that one up. Other than that,
I'll show a couple of books that I got. I'll probably show them on the hunt, but they're not like no hunt books. They're just some books I got picked up. Let's see what
you can show TMNT on the hunt.
It's something you would like. I like it too though.
Ooh.
I got the New York Comic Con exclusive from Untamed.
Nice. I have
The
got
one-
mine recently too.
So picked up the set of the Virgin and the trade dress.
First Niobe.
Yeah, so that's like a reprint, but it's a con exclusive, and they only printed so many. It's a dope cover.
Yeah.
Got that set. That was when they did a Christmas kind of sale on his IG, and I got this slab too. Triple signed slab. The back is freaking awesome. That's like the back. The back's awesome. Show the back off really quickly. That's all the different covers and different stuff, and you got a little URL code you could scan to get to their store. You got Niobe on the bottom and at the front. Triple sign.
I really enjoyed the story.
Well, actually, no, it's quadruple sign. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's quadruple sign. Signed by everybody that dealt with the book.
Nice.
So this is what is it? She is Death. The Kickstarter. This is a Kickstarter edition, so you only was able to get this through Kickstarter. And he did a little sale, and he only had a few slabs. I was able to get one of the slabs, and I think it was like $80 or $60. I think it was 80. But I mean, for a quadruple sign slab, even though it's a 9.6.
I'm looking to have him on the show one day.
Yeah, I asked him to be on one of my shows whenever I,
He said he's down for it.
Yeah, he told me the same thing. He down for doing as much as he can for shows.
Yeah, promote the work
yeah.
and just chill.
So what I might do is I know I'm gonna have, because I already invited him. I just gotta see when he's available, when I'm available.
Yeah.
But super nice guy though.
Awesome. His Thursday streams on Instagram is great.
So I picked up the other set too. The actual first appearance, probably not 9.8, but hey, he had that on sale too. That's why somehow you gotta watch those sales he does, man. You get those true first appearances for Niobe. Get him for
Who we talking about?
Stranger Comic.
Sebastian Jones. Is it Jones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sebastian Jones.
Paying attention as a
he signed a deal with HBO.
Yeah.
So they're in development to do a TV show similar to like Game of Thrones style. Is we featuring African American as a character as a lead. But the concept of it and the story behind this, if they actually do it on HBO, it's gonna be really good. It's gonna be really good. I mean, they got freaking orcs and all kind of stuff, battles. There's all kind of good stuff. So I think it'll work out good on HBO. It just they're working on the story and it's going a little slower than usual because of the pandemic.
Got to see his life trade.
Yeah, I got that one. He got that on his website, still cheap.
Did you get this?
I ain't get that one.
That looks. I don't know what it looks like, but I like it.
It's a hip hop cover.
Yeah, Tribe Quest.
He actually sold a couple of was it like Thursday? He had a couple slabs.
Yeah.
He sold for like $125. I missed it if I knew it was.
Shannon Mayer.
Yeah, I got that one.
And I got to, I did pick this one up. I liked this issue.
Only thing is, he didn't send me. He said he was gonna send you a free book with this order, but I ain't got no free book. Oh, that's what the Kickstarter. I'm tripping.
What's up, Simply Incredible?
Daryl, you're running out of time, my man. I got to buy one, get one on the IG. You're supposed to be the guy that always buys my books.
There you go. I got that one. Assessa. He sent this for free. He sent this for free for me. It's triple sign.
Oh, nice. Triple sign too?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, 2 of that and I like that. So Got that one. He sent that one. I forgot when I bought something. He sent it. And then he was at a convention in, I think, I don't know, it was LA or I don't know if it was the Vegas one or LA, but a friend of mine got these for me when he was there. Because he got the Night Bashir's Life. I forgot who did the cover. You got that one.
That's beautiful right there.
Yeah, that's a bag getting kind of messed up. I think I got a new bag for it. Put it in Mylar. You got this one. It's like the black and white issue. And you got the. So they're like all a little bit different. Wait, is this the same book? No, it's the same book. Oh, actually, no. This is a different kind of, like, I guess, minimal trade, because this one has the names and everything on it. So it's a little bit different. Don't have the names at the bottom or the top and it's signed. But yeah, I need to get these bags and some boards. But that's the ones I got from a convention. That
I'm hoping one day that he can come down here.
Then I know you got this one.
Oh shit, man, I ain't got that one.
You ain't got the.
I ain't got that one. Man. I should have that.
The New York Comic Con from what, 2018 or I think it was 2018. Con exclusive. He got another one that's red, but that's just the regular cover. This is doing a exclusive New York Comic Con one. I got that one. He had a sale going on the website. Yeah, that's one I have. I think that's when I got that free book with it. You know. Yeah, you gotta check out when he has a little sale. He actually got an ongoing sale right now. You got an ongoing sale right now. If you use was it Key Unit, you get 10%. It's Untamed #2, second appearance of Niobe, and first appearance of somebody else. I forgot. That plays a big part on the TV show. So you gotta look at a little bit stuff. Because this one I discovered it was when I found these at the my LCS. It was like 1 through 3.
Nice.
That's basically all I got.
Yeah, you got some good sales and some good books, man.
Yeah. So, who that you decide whether or not you're doing another auction on your channel later in the month?
Probably will. I think everybody was successful, so I probably will. If I do it, it'd be. I haven't decided what. It's not gonna be next week. It'd be probably the 18th weekend or the 25th weekend. Yeah, I don't know. I'll figure it out. Get in the box. Get in the box.
Don't know if Robert's gonna come on.
Yeah, I'll do one of those. I might do it on an odd day because I really didn't plan on doing another auction. I might do it on a freaking. I don't know, because I'm off like 23rd through 26th. So might do something on a Monday. Shit, do something different. I don't know. I haven't decided. I know we had a few people on. Mr. Yahweh did very well. Had some nice books.
Yeah, I had to stop watching. I didn't have any money.
I wanted to stop watching, but I was hosting it. It had some good books. You got good books like that, and decent prices, and you know, you be wanting to buy everything.
Yep.
Can't buy
Yeah,
everything.
I tune in for auctions, and I don't stick around because if I'm not buying anything, or they flash too much, I just stay out of it.
Yeah. Of course, then you had the comic books NYC auction. I believe last night. There's him, Daymers, J Hood, and DS Comics, and They got books for sale. They're like $500, $750. This is $1,300 for this one, and they're all worth it, and they're all halfway decent prices. But it's just crickets.
Yeah.
You know, I want to show you the book, so I might call the show so I can go get the book. But you know, if I'll definitely check out Robert's show later on. Oh, what's that?
Yeah,
Iron
man, I
Man. This is
remember,
Iron Man cover.
I remember the comic Smurf just going wild for monsters.
You got these signed by Stan Sakai. Number 2, number 3. A little few things. I'm just trying to reorganize, trying to make some room in these boxes.
Door open. That door open. I was like, it's got to be his daughter.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm probably gonna call it.
Well, all right.
Yeah. I just came on to chill for a little bit before I get ready for work. But yeah,
He's just dying to show us what he bought. He's been teasing it for the past hour and a half.
oh
Yeah.
really? What do you got? A Silver Age book?
Yep. But
I'm not in the main event, so you got nothing to worry about for me.
oh, you tapping out?
No. I'm talking about in the on the hunt.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's doing 1-on-1s now, so it's no longer
Yeah. That's no So like you don't have to keep it too much of a secret because you're going one-on-one with somebody. It's because it'd be you versus
Unkind.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm just gonna.
Unkind. He might have to retire Unkind because it's getting like Jeffrey's character. Like it doesn't matter what he shows, people gonna vote for him.
Hey, I just thought he came with the presentation. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the show. But thanks, Will, for showing up as always.
No problem.
And thanks, Who That, for stopping by. It's cool. And yeah, definitely check me out later on. I will be on the Comic Con and roundtable discussion. We'll talk, comic books that came out this week and frustrating video games that we played over the years.
Yeah, Turtles, NES.
Yeah,
that's probably the number one. Oh, what's another one that was frustrating? You got Paperboy. It was fun, but that was frustrating because you had little things that can, you'd be riding a bike and you're like, how did I trip over a piece of stick?
A lot of those games was frustrating as hell.
Back to the Future, all these little games that like.
Oh my god! Don't even start with Back to the Future. That's another one I couldn't get past the second level.
He like, man, this is ridiculous.
Hey, yo, the X-Men game from Genesis, the first X-Men game was fucking hard. Where you can't even use your mutant powers because if you use it, it drains your health. I don't know what the fuck kind of shit is this.
That one. What else was like? There was like, but the Turtles one was just ridiculous because it was only one. Well, it was, I would say, 2 characters that would actually work well in that game, and once they died, it was it. And it was Donatello was number 1 because of that bow staff can go through walls and hit people. Yeah, so if once he died, is Michelangelo, and if Michelangelo, that was it. You ain't winning no more because Leonardo, when he does a sword, it goes like this.
That's it. And
then Raphael, he's like, you got to get real close. You got to get real close. So yeah, so like those 2 characters. Once you got to those 2 characters, it was over with. You're gonna die. You're not gonna make it. And I don't know if anybody beat that game. If I remember the NES version. I know they talk about it on. I think they talked about it on that video game show on Netflix. Talk about how it was like impossible. You know who talks about video? Yeah, you ever seen this guy? I used to watch him years ago. Video game was it? No, Nintendo Nerd. No,
yeah,
angry Nintendo Nerd. he'll play
Yeah, he
games.
another.
Like, yeah, he'll play games.
Ghostbusters
Like,
was crazy. That's another fucking game I couldn't
yeah,
stand.
you watch those videos back in the day with him, and you'll bring back bad memories. And
But we definitely gonna bring back memories on them games tonight on the Comic Call show.
yeah, because it was some good times though. It's, but
Oh,
think
yeah.
about it now as an adult, Lord, people get very aggravated very easily. So I can imagine. Thank you.
Just
People would
imagine
probably break a
they were
lot of
playing those
games.
games with no memory cards back then. We had none of that.
Keep the game on. Don't turn it off.
Yeah.
I gotta go to the bathroom. Leave it on.
So we're gonna end it right there. Thanks for everybody for showing up. Definitely we'll be back next Saturday for the channel with the comic community. Peace out, y'all. Have a great weekend. Enjoy yourselves and be safe out there.